In the last video, I showed you the keys they use, right? And as I'm saying that the next door perp that's contracted to do these things comes out, she's just a trash contracted by the government, right? And you see there, you can see this kid like in pink over there, this little girl. And the way they try to make me look at this kid in a sexual way, try to make me look at this kid's legs and try to find ways and to make me perceive this in a sexual way, they're actually stimulating me, right? And of course, the next door neighbor who's supposed to which I already showed you what kind of people these people are, right? He comes out and just go, like, I'm supposed to subscribe to that. I rather starve to death than do what they do. These people trash that the government uses to do these nasty things too. They like to call themselves, we're poor. No, you're just trash. I don't give a trash. I don't give a f if they're rich, poor, whatever. But one thing is for sure, they have no self-respect. And so I see her, and the more I see her, the more I see this trash for what she is. She has a hoodie on and just walking, and it's like, I would dare. No, you didn't dare. You work for pedophiles, just like these kids. You're nasty low life. I was like looking, it's like it literally tried to make me look at this kid's legs and try to make me. I'm like, are you serious? And as I was like, trying to how can you even do that? I'm like zooming in, trying to see like how would they even do this? This is nasty. And you hear somebody open the door, gaslighting, right? Trying to be, you dared, and then walked away. They want you to accept these things, but what's happening is when they do this thing, I see them for the bottom fears that they are, trash ass pedophiles and lowlifes. That's why they don't like to be seen. Matter of fact, I have a better picture of this kid where, but I don't want to embarrass these kids. Try to force me to look at these kids in a sexual, and they would try to even have this argument. She's like, she's like a 10, 11-year-old child. If this is an adult, it's an adult who has who has growth problem. Because that looks like a 10, 11-year-old child. Try to make me look at this kid's legs and really try to give me a perception of sexuality. What do this kid? This nothingness will do nothing to me. But really hard. Try to create like sexual voluptuousness. Thankfully, I have a picture of that. Oh my gosh. Because if I didn't, it would be something else in my brain. Now they can do noise campaign. They can try to do everything. It's like, I know this is what you guys are forcing me to perceive this kid in this way. Now they try to create some other things. That's so disgusting. Oh my gosh. But listen and watch this. And these people, let me see if they're still outside. So, good. These people are supposed to make you subscribe to these things. These people are supposed to make you subscribe to these things. You understand? Like, this guy, a grown man, is supposed to make me subscribe to these things. This nastiness. I rather get cut up in pieces and do what these people do. You heard this person. This is a quote-unquote neighbor who's supposed to be like, he's watching the neighborhoods. Motherfucker, sorry, I don't want to curse. But these people are supposed to gaslight you into accepting these things. Death comes to all of us. When I saw this guy walking by me, I'm like, man, he's coming for me. He's coming for you too, buddy. But one thing is for sure, I didn't have to do what you do. And I know they didn't even have to do it. They chose to do what they do because it's easy. But I will never let them live their fantasy. I rather get crushed. I rather get stepped on. They're having to try to make somebody look at kids in these ways. This kid is there. And you have next door neighbor. Try to go with what's going on in my brain. My brain, they try to go look at her legs, look at her, nasty motherfuckers. Embarrassing. If I showed you the actual blurry, you can see this kid being uncomfortable. She almost wanted to rush back in the apartment. This kid, trash. It's so sad. But they know that I'll never subscribe to this. So for me, do this, humiliate yourself. But it's gonna come for you. It's already been proven that you guys work for entities filled with pedophiles. It's not a coincidence that you have things like this kind of methods of tormenting people. And try to gaslight you. It's like, it's you, motherfucker. Everybody's talking about the pedophilia type of torture. I'm sorry about the language, but this is how passionate I feel about these things. Especially when I see them in person. It will never be me, and this things is just what I'll be forced to experience because of these people. It literally stimulated me. I can feel my libido cranking up when I look at these kids and try to create some perceptions. But as long as I have that on camera, I'm okay. Because I'm gonna show this is what they're doing to me. This is how they want me to be subscriptive to these things. They have this next door neighbor from all kinds of some people. Some of them look more sketchy than others. There's this child-like individual, trash. That's like, they're like, you freaking trash. When I see this grown man that just say hi to me, he has kids and everything. He's just to go, never. Grown men with probably kids older than me. Not older than me, but kids, adult kids. But trying to get you to accept, like, we know, you know that you can manipulate people to do these things, to experience these things, to experience this nastiness that we experience as target individual. And your job is to sell that. And my job is to let you know that this is not free. Your God today, huh? Okay. I told you, there's a price to work for pedophiles. There's a price to sell your soul to pedos. You already sold your children? Just don't worry. You get yours. I've been saying this to these people before knowing that there was a bunch of pedophiles in these entities. Saying, you guys sold your soul to pedophiles. Because people who can force a man or a woman to experience these nasty stimulations. That makes you a pedophile. However BS ways you're deluding yourself. That they happen always magically, but yeah, okay. Shit, delusional. I'd rather get beat to death, like they say. And they think the me getting beat is going to change the fact that all the testimonials of the pedophile type of torture has been already said. So what, I'm going to get beat and that's going to erase that? No, I'd rather get beat to death. And I know you're not even responsible for me being here. So I understand. I give you the credit that you credited. You want to be credited. Like what you participate in. You can't even say Roy Moore. That's how bottom feeders these people are. My death comes whenever. I'm ready for it. But these people are delusional to think that this is coming for free. But look at this. This is me naturally.